Hi, my name is Christy with Christi Powell Photography, and I wanted to make you just a short video clip with tips and tricks on how to do makeup for a professional photo shoot. I'm not a videographer by any means, so I hope that you can bear with this video. But I did want to bring to your attention some things that you can do to avoid getting the shine or oily appearance that's often associated with pictures. The biggest culprit for the oiliness or the oily appearance is sunscreen. You want to avoid at all costs anything that has SPF in it on the day of a photo shoot. Even your moisturizer, your daytime moisturizer, you want to make sure that that's got no SPF. Your foundation needs to have no SPF. I know there's a lot of new to the market, over-the-counter foundations that you can get at drugstores. The one that I use and that I'm going to show you today, let's see if I can find it, is not one that's from a drugstore. I got it at Sephora. It's a high definition foundation, Forever HD, and I'll show you this later, and I'm about to put it on also. And I love that, and then I set it with a powder. But I'm basically just going to walk you through a few things that you can do to get enough color, because so much of your color is lost through camera. To avoid any of the shine. If you have any questions, please email me at christipowellphotography@hotmail.com. If you want to know anything about eye makeup or lip makeup or anything like that, I'd love to walk you through that stuff as well. And I hope you enjoy the video. Thanks. Okay, I've already got my eye makeup done because you don't need to specifically do that differently for photography. You definitely want to make sure that your eye makeup is on a little bit heavier than you normally would wear it, but other than that, you pretty much do it the same. So I'm going to walk you through how to do your face makeup, and what I use for foundation for photography is Makeup Forever HD foundation. This comes in several shades. I got this one specifically for my wedding at Sephora. They matched me up. I do feel like it's a little bit heavy, so I sort of mix it and make like a concoction in my hand. I just do one pump of the foundation. Actually, I'm going to do like a half a pump more. And a little bit of a highlighter. This one is just an old like Maybelline one. So I just roll off what was on the brush. And then I do one touch of moisturizer. This is Dramatically Different gel from Clinique. And then I mix all of this together. Just pat it out everywhere so I don't run out before I've finished. And I use my fingertips at first. You use a lot less product that way. And then I smooth it all out with a foundation brush after I get it pretty well blended with my hands. So nothing that I've used has the sunscreen in it that I mentioned earlier. So you're not going to get any of the oily shine, which is great. And then as far as like eye makeup tips, hair tips, lip colors, just different makeup techniques, I go to this lady, her name's Kara, and she's got a website called chiselbeauty.com. And I watch her blogs and stuff. They're usually about 10 to 12 minutes. She's got great makeup tips on there. I was really stuck in a rut for a long time until I came across her site. So now I've been visiting that site regularly and switching up eye makeup and stuff. Okay, now what I'm doing is just rubbing everything, smoothing it all down with a foundation brush, just to give it kind of like an airbrushed look. I'm going to take a bronzer. This one's called Sun-Kissed by Clinique, and a blush brush. And I'm just going to do down my cheekbones, temples of my forehead, the sides of my nose, under my lip, and then my jawline. This is just a really light bronzer. You don't get too much color from this. So, done with that. Next, I take a cream blush. They just show up and they work better for photography, and I've just fallen in love with it. I end up using it just about every day. This is like a peachy pink color by Dream Bouncy Blush, Maybelline. So I'm going to take a synthetic brush, dip this in it. You probably won't be able to see much blush on the brush, which is perfect. And I'm going to get the apples of my cheeks. I am blending back slightly because you never want to see where one thing starts and the other stops. You want everything to be blended really well. Also, you want to look in the mirror and you want to definitely see more makeup than what you would typically wear, because for some reason so much of it is lost on camera. And you don't want to look like you don't have any color in your pictures. Okay, next I'm going to take Warmth by Bare Minerals and an angled brush. I'm going to swirl a little bit into this brush, tap off the excess, and I'm going to do a little contouring. So I'm going to go down my cheekbones here in the jawline there, and then I like to make my nose look a little thinner, so I'll also go down the sides of my nose. And blend up, because again, you don't want to see where anything starts and stops. So you get left with that. So I've got color on the apples, color to contour, foundation. Okay, I'm sorry, my memory card filled up as I was saying foundation. The next thing that we're going to do is set our blush and set our foundation with powder. I got the HD Forever foundation. They upsold me this when I bought that Forever HD foundation, but I love it. At that point, my wedding was right around the corner, and I was willing to buy anything that they told me I needed, pretty much. But I love that powder. It gives you like an airbrushed, really smooth appearance afterwards. So we're going to set everything. Before we do that, I forgot we need to put a little concealer under our eyes. Just little dots like that. Down the center of our nose. And I'm just going to use this same foundation brush to do that because I want it to be really smooth. So, I know Kara, the girl on the website that I was telling you about, she uses this stuff called Secret Camouflage that looks amazing. And when I run out of this concealer, I'll go suck up that $30 and get that stuff because it really does look amazing. And I think you only need a tiny bit. So, I just like to do that after everything else is done, the concealer, because it just makes you look more awake. I really like that. Okay, we're going to set everything. I'm putting a small amount of powder, and I'm doing a Handy Bookie brush. This is one of my Bare Mineral brushes. I'm going to do the swirl, tap, and buff because that never lets me down. Okay. So that's it. You just want to avoid SPF again. Give yourself a little bit of lip color, and what I learned from Kara also is you want to do a dark lip liner that you blend afterwards. So I'll show you that really fast. Just blend it in. This helps to create an actual lip line because so much of the shades now are so pale, you don't want to look like you don't have lips. So if you just line them with the darker shade, then you could do those pretty pale colors and then look natural. So it gets all blended in, just gives you a little definition. And I'm going to do Perfect Beige by Clinique. And an e.l.f. lip gloss called Fairy. So I'm just going to put a little bit of that in the middle and blend out. After this part, go ahead and just take a picture of yourself with either a camera phone or a digital camera. See how everything looks. I can almost guarantee you that when you see the finished product through the camera, you're going to want to go back and add more blush. I know when I look in the mirror right now, I feel like I have a lot of blush on. When I watched back on the camera a minute ago, you couldn't see hardly any blush at all. So I'm going to take more of the cream blush. Just put it on the apples of my cheeks. Hope you can see it better with that. And in the bronzer, that Sun-Kissed bronzer that I use, it has a pink next to it. It's like a Barbie scary pink almost, but it doesn't look like that on. And I'll set the blush with that pink. Then retake a picture and see if you are more comfortable with the way that that turns out. If you have any questions, please email me at christipowellphotography@hotmail.com. Make sure you check out Kara's website. I mean, I don't know her personally. I've just learned a lot of tips and tricks from her that I think you'd love. And I'd love to hear from you. If you're in the Raleigh area and you need a photo shoot, please let me know. Thanks.